Hello guys, it's Welch here, and today I'm going to be showcasing the Pyrocast-Class light carrier. It's a work in progress still, but here she is. She's almost nearing completion, just have to finish up her interior, some custom images, and a bit of just the exterior, like finishing details, lights, and some working on its functionality. It's a good mix of guns, Hainer bay space, since it's a carrier, and armor. Especially speed, since it's a carrier. If it's fast, it can help it move around with the rest of the fleet. But anyway, Pyrocast, it has a good amount of broadside weapons and forward-facing firepower, with a bunch of forward-facing main batteries, which look pretty neat in my opinion. Uh, but so let's first start off with just the exterior overall. We got the lower section here, which has a good amount of turrets on the bottom, still adding some turrets as you can tell there. Um, then we have the armor plates, nacelles, the back section, which has another hangar bay for a dropship. And we have a landing pad right here, some more turrets to act as point defense and just main guns. And let's now get into the interior. This is the main airlock, and now we enter into the main entrance kind of airlock area. You have instant access to cryo bays. This right here can act as a diagnostic bay, for just whenever you're out of cryo, you can check on the ship systems from here. Signs are going to be added so you can know where everything is, but this is a little hallway section which leads to the hangar bay and then the catwalks above it. So let's just enter the main hangar, since that's one of the features of it. It can support 4 fighters, maybe 6 sort of utility ships on the ceiling if you really want to. But usually I outload this with 4 fighters, 2 or 4 interceptors, depending on the size of the interceptors. But if we head back through here and go up here, we'll have the catwalk, which leads to basic, just sometimes it can be accessed for interceptors depending on how large they are, so you can just walk up to the cockpit and enter. But let's head into the back section of the ship. We have a mess hall with tons of different tables, jukebox over here so you can listen to your tracks, LCD which may have a custom image eventually, maybe a menu right here when I get around to it. Over here we have a control center, inner control center, not a CIC exactly, but it's command and control for the reactor bay. But if we go down here, we have hallways. This is access to the actual kitchen area. Tiner block, air vent, little pole here. Like let's say ships doing maneuvers, you can hold on to here for RP purposes or whatever. This room, I'm thinking of making it a brig of some sort. Since this would be commonly used, brigs would be a nice feature to have for such warships. Right here will be a ship map once I get that ported onto it, and these are the stairs. So I'm thinking we'll save the command deck for later. Let's go down one deck, and now we're in the engine room reactor area. So you got this lower section with a bunch of hydrogen engines, you got this main reactor, some refineries right here which acts as access points. Just for refineries, and I think it looks cool. Good use of the industrial refineries. But we go down here, just got little catwalk areas and such. And another air vent to be placed. So let's move out of here. Let's go down another deck. Alright, it appears this is a crew area. Wait, hold up. Actually, I think I missed something. Yeah, we have this entire part of the deck to explore. Here we got a little maintenance area. Good orange lights for that aesthetic feeling. You have some control stations right here for turrets. This is a lower section which leads to lower engineering, which I'll show in a bit. Over here we got some lockers for fighter pilots when they're preparing to get into said fighters. We have an LCD which can possibly have a WCO logo of some sort, and we have some windows so you can look out into space with a hangar bay block to keep it separate and when in combat. Toilet here, And I think that's it for most of this deck. Let's head down to here. This is forward engineering. We'll have a probably engineering command center right here. And then we got some hydrogen tanks for the fighters. Over here we got some pipes, air vents. Jump drives are probably right behind this wall, knowing me. And let's just go back up. We have programmable blocks here for scripts on servers or for PC, depending on how you'd get this. Now let's head down. Alright. Wait, let's just get this through. So we have a bit of little storage bays. Through here we got some crew quarters. And I think we have a window out into space. Another window out into space. But yeah, that's a little crew quarters area. I think over here we have medical bay. Medical bay is still being worked on. As you can tell, there's no lights yet. Over here would be windows, but it appears lockdown doors. I will have to fix that. But yeah, medical bay is being built. Now we head down another flight of stairs. We're on the lower, I think this is the lowest deck? Yes, this is the observation deck. A nice little area, especially if it's a planetary. Makes for great cinematic scenes. But anyway, we have these hallways right here. This, I think, will eventually be the captain's quarters once I get that laid out. And then, if I remember correctly, there's a door right around here. This leads to the lower hangar bay. I think, yeah, just a vending machine, and I think that's outer access, like for maintenance and stuff. But down you head down to here, we have lower hangar bay. Now, this is this hangar bay is for drop ships and tanks. So you could store some tanks right here, or any ground vehicles really, and a drop ship, ours being the Cyber Phoenix gunship / drop ship, depending on which variant you have. But anyway, that's the lower hangar bay. Let's go back up. Alright. And I think we're onto the command deck now. As you can tell, lots of interior for this smaller ship. This leads up to command deck. We have the main guns right here that are controlled. Turret control. We have this hallway which leads to forward maintenance. This is just unpressurized zone for like pipes and stuff and gyros. But more turret control blocks. Plenty of space for subgrids. This will be an armory, and this is going to be like a sort of meeting war room, probably a secondary war room. But yeah, you have the turrets here, signage, and this is a CIC. The CIC is a bit simple for most of my likings, but it works really well for just getting combat efficiently. You have the elevated main command center, and you have the lower secondary system controls. Now if we go up here, we have some more turret control in this lower part of the command deck. We have the main bridge, which has blast door lockdowns, which is very helpful in combat. Over here we have like a little preparation room, and down here, if I remember correctly, this is the briefing room. Basically, you'll have a bunch of pilots here. I'll probably place a few more seats, and you'll have someone demonstrating the plans from right here. And I think that's most of its interior. Oh, it does have an alarm system. If I think it will. Alright, lockdown's not working. Like I said, WIP still fixing out everything that was working, and then adding stuff that will work. But if I remember correctly, that's pretty much everything on this ship. I'll probably just cut to a section of it being piloted.